Comrades, welcome to Pokemon Regulation MB. I am really excited. They have given us a bunch of really cool new Mega Pokemon with some really cool abilities. If you want to hear my full thoughts about all of those, check out the O2 Drop podcast. That'll be dropping this coming Thursday, where we're going to talk all about the new things that they've given us. But just my brief thoughts. I think Staraptor is absolutely going to be the king of this new meta. I think Contrary is already an insane ability, which previously has only been seen on pretty mid Pokemon. So to give it to a Pokemon with these stats, this typing, access to stab close combat is a bit nuts, in my opinion. But I'm excited to use it. I think it's going to be really fun. Returning threats as well. Metagross, I think Mega Metagross is going to be very strong, obviously. And Mega Swampert as well. Previously, it saw a lot of play. It now has Wave Crash, so I think that's going to be incredibly dominant. A couple of niche sleeper picks. Phalanx, I don't think is going to be that good, unfortunately. Whatever niche it would have had with Defiant has unfortunately been completely taken away by Staraptor just doing that job way better. I'm still going to cook with it. I think it's awesome, but I just don't think it's quite going to make it. I also think solo fighting type on a Pokemon is not really that strong. I think it really needs a secondary typing. Staraptor really benefits from having Stab Brave Bird to kind of cover a lot of its weaknesses, so to speak, whereas Phalanx doesn't really have access to any of that. So I think it's going to be pretty underwhelming, but you can absolutely expect to see me cook with that. Apart from that, Pyro, I think, is really interesting. There was a leak that said it was going to get the fire type equivalent of Dragon's Maw, and it has done. I'm really excited for that. I think you can never rule out a ability that gives you a 50% damage boost, so stay tuned. I don't think it's going to be as strong as some people are saying. I'd need to double check. I don't think it gets Eruption, and without that, I think it's just not really able to take use of that ability the same way that Torkoal does, and the same way that Regidrago does. But I'm still absolutely going to give it a crack. And then I think that's basically everything. The Raichus, we've known about their abilities for a bit. I think they're going to be niche. I think they're going to be on the edge. What's really interesting, I think, about the Raichus, especially Raichu Y, is if it does start to pick up in prevalence, you're going to see more Raichu pick up in prevalence because it's kind of a counter to itself. If you think you're expecting a Zap Cannon switch in your own Raichu, Zap Cannon doesn't work, your Raichu now has a +1 special attack for you to Mega Evolve it in the following turn. So I think that's super cool. But today we're not here to really talk about any of those. We are here to talk about this guy. So Mega Eelektross, I think, is a really interesting one. It's got a really cool ability. When I first saw its stats, I said this Pokemon is going to be dog water unless they give it an insane ability. And they've delivered, right? They've given it as one, basically, Levitate and Beast Boost. Two very, very strong abilities, especially on a mono electric type. Having no weakness thanks to that Levitate was already quite strong on Eelektross. And then, of course, functionally Beast Boost or Grim Neigh or Chilling Neigh, whatever you want to look at it as. Also very, very strong, as we have seen historically. Unfortunately, with these stats, I think it's still going to be quite difficult to get it over the line. It's got a really middling speed stat with that 80 base speed. It's decent bulk after it Mega Evolves, but unfortunately, due to Mega Evolution not changing the base HP stat, its HP is just a little bit underwhelming, so even when you invest fully in hit points, like I have on mine, it's still not taking hits in a way that you would really like to see. But the point of today's video is not to complain about it. The point of today's video is to see how many boosts we can get and try to make some content. So if we have a look at the team that I am cooking with here, we of course have the Eelektross. I've gone for a Thunderbolt and Discharge. Notably, it is a mixed attacker. You could run either special or physical on it. I've opted for special. Mostly, I think because the moves are slightly better, I'd rather have a Thunderbolt than something like a Supercell Slam or a Wild Charge. Discharge is also very fun, especially when paired with Garchomp. I love having access to those Disquake strats, which is awesome. I'm running Giga Drain as well. I think the main reason for that is because shortly before I started cooking this team, I got absolutely rinsed while using a different team by Mega Swampert. So I've decided that I want the grass coverage. It's good for hitting the ground types, which are otherwise immune to Eelektross. So Yeah, that's sort of cooked. I have no idea if it's optimal or not. I've gone for max HP, max special attack. I'm sure the better team builders can tell me whether or not that's correct to be doing with Eelektross, whether or not there's a better way to be doing it. But that's what I'm working with for now. Paired it with a Whimsicott, I'll put fake tears on it so that I can stick it next to the Eelektross, potentially go for a fake tears, lower their special defense, and then be able to pick up a one-hit knockout with a Giga Drain or with a Thunderbolt. And then from there, hopefully start to snowball, use those Eelevate boosts to get snowballing a little bit, yeah, and Tailwind as well to try to make up for the fact that the eel doesn't really have a lot of speed. Like I said, Garchomp, I'm glad they've given us Life Orb back, and I am absolutely going to stick it on a Garchomp straight away and start running some Disquake strats with Earthquake next to the Levitate, or Eelevate rather, Eelektross. I've got Dragon Claw and Rock Slide for a bit of coverage there. Basilisk Legion is just generally very good, and until the Raichus pick up a little bit more, I'm going to keep running it. I've decided to, for my second Mega, to run Frostlass, mostly just because Ice pairs very well with Electric. Electric is resisted by 3 types, and has no effect against 1 type, so it's resisted by Dragon, Grass, and itself, Electric, and Ground is of course immune. So 3 of those 4 types, Ice actually hits for super effective damage, so it's just a very nice peanut butter and chocolate pairing there. So I've just gone for a very conventional Mega Frostlass to pair with the Eel. Probably not 2 Pokemon that you're bringing at the same time necessarily, because, you know, obviously you want to Mega both of them. I don't think either one is particularly good without Mega Evolving. But having both on the team kind of covers for different matchups. I could potentially bring one or the other. And then I've just decided to stick a Sinistcha on the team. The Eelektross, because it is invested to be a bit bulkier than it is faster, I figure I could potentially make good use of that Hospitality, cycle that a little bit, use Rage Powder to keep it a little bit safer. Because it's not the fastest thing, I could potentially be setting Trick Room to try to underspeed some of my opponent's Pokemon, or alternatively I can just use that as an answer to some of the harder Trick Room teams out there that'll be looking to set up Trick Room. So that's the general gist of the team. I think we just want to basically jump into some games and see how we go. Let me know in the comments what other new Mega Pokemon you would like to see me make a video with. We have quite a lot of new stuff, which I think is pretty interesting, and I'm keen to cook with a lot of it. So let me know what you want to see, and I will try to prioritize that where possible. All right, Reynald. Okay, so there's a Mega Swampert. It's a good thing that I have Giga Drain on the Eel. I do wonder if that will actually be relevant at all. To be honest, I'm pretty sure that Eelektross still gets one hit knocked out by a Wave Crash from Mega Swampert in Rain. And it's going to be faster if the Rain is up. So it's not an ideal matchup. I think Sinistcha might be better for dealing with the Swampert. The Eel's actually not doing a lot here. I'm still going to bring it because this is an Eelektross video. I just do this lead, bring the Sinistcha in the back, and if they're going to be so kind to set the Rain for me, I'll probably bring Basilisk Legion as well. This is an interesting Rain team. I haven't seen a team of this kind of composition before. Sableye, Pelipper, Archelidon, Swampert, very common on Rain teams, but Volcarona and Kangaskhan, not Pokemon I don't really see much at all. Kangaskhan's seen a little bit of play in MA, Volcarona very little. And especially on a Rain team that seems odd, but I guess I'm about to find out exactly what they do. I get the feeling they're faking something out here. I just want to go for Thunderbolt into that. I feel like they might be going for Fake Out and Fire type move into the Whims to try to pick it up. They usually tend to Fake Out the Whimsicott. So I'll just send this out. Threatens a Volcarona in the following turn. Potentially if I want to go for a Wave Crash or a Flip Turn. If the Kangaskhan Mega Evolves, it can't hit with normal type moves. If it doesn't, it probably can because it'll likely have Scrappy. Yeah, okay, Scrappy confirmed. That's a lot of damage. And Tailwind, okay, interesting. It's a very bold play in front of a Whimsicott to go for Fake Out and Tailwind when either one could potentially get encored. But, you know, maybe they were wise enough to be able to predict that switch. Or maybe they weren't thinking, who knows. I'm not an R-Sport tier yet, anything's possible. I just brought Garchomp here, being able to click Discharge would be superb. I get the feeling Basculegion might actually not be long for this world, but I'm also not keen on going for a hard switch here either, so might just have to sack it to last resort. Ooh. I don't think that critical hit was really necessary there, just based on the damage from that Fake Out. What am I doing here? This is just not good. I think I'm in a very bad spot. This is a good lead from them. I think with their Tailwind up, I'm not really outspeeding anything. I'm not really, you know, despite having full HP, I'm not relying on Eelektross being able to take a last resort here, just based on the damage that it's been doing to the Basculegion. And not keen on whatever that Volcarona wants to do either. Sure. I think next turn I might be able to pick up a knockout on that if I use Fake Tears and Thunderbolt, or maybe I could be greedy and go for a Discharge. Yeah, there's Last Resort. Into the Whims. Gosh, Last Resort Kangaskhan is actually so strong, I'm surprised I don't see it more. Okay, let's... So they didn't go for my Eelektross there. I do wonder if they will try to pick up a knockout on this turn, if they were predicting the Protect last time, or if they just really want to get rid of the Whimsicott. Might not be in the worst spot if Eelektross is able to tank this turn. Yeah, sweet, that's totally fine. That was going to get taken out by my own Discharge anyway. And hopefully Discharge picks up a double KO here. Very nice. Okay. Welcome back, Calyrex Shadow Rider. Oh, and I've got Tailwind Prio as well. I'd love to see it. This might actually be winnable. I was not feeling good about this game a couple of turns ago. But I guess it depends what they've got in the back. So yeah, that thing is gonna be faster. Watch this. Actually, I could go for a Trick Room here. It's probably safest. I don't think they can take out my Teacup here. Hurricane probably doesn't do it. I do have Citrus Berry. If they predict the Protect on Eelektross, and have Ice Punch or something, this could be incredibly bad for us. They probably just go for a Wave Crash into the Eel. Damn it. No Hurricane, please. Hurricane doesn't KO, please. Ah! Bro! It's probably safest. It's probably safest. It's probably safest. Actually, it makes sense. They probably don't know that I have Giga Drain. I don't think I survive a wave crash here. It's really frustrating. If I went for Rage Powder into a Giga Drain, I was probably fine. Oh, that's frustrating. I was just expecting them to protect their Swampert. But I guess, yeah, if they didn't know I had Giga Drain, they probably didn't think they had anything to fear from the Eelektross. That's crazy, like a neutral hit, I know it's in rain, but being able to one-hit knock out my Eel, which has max HP, is... It's so strong. I reckon Swampert in rain is definitely going to be a very prevalent meta threat. So, pack your grass types. Maybe I need to start running Energy Ball on Whimsicott instead of Moonblast. I always talk about doing it, and then I never do it because Moonblast is just so much better. But I'll think about it. It's got a special defense drop chance, so it's another thing to run next to the Eel as well. Okay. This is just general good stuffs, I think. It's probably like Tickle Whimsicott into Staraptor. It's unfortunate because I don't have Helping Hand on Whimsicott. I have Fake Tears, which means I can't buff the damage into Staraptor because if I try to Fake Tears it, it's just going to get a special defense boost. But also, I don't know if I rate Frostlass here. That being said, I'm going to bring it. I don't think this is an Eel game. It does hit Staraptor and Basque. It resists one of Metagross stabs. Better into Incin. Maybe I want the Eel. Yeah, I want the Eel. I'll bring Garchomp this time. And I'll bring Basket Legion, but I'm not sure if I want that or if I want the Teacup. I think Teacup does a lot of work for me here. Basket Legion, it's really going to depend on which of us is able to get speed prior. We both have Whimsicott, so maybe I don't want to be clicking Tailwind on the first turn so that I can have that turn of priority at the end. Okay, interesting lead. It's a good lead for my my Eel. I don't think a -2 Metagross gets knocked out by a Discharge. It might. We've also got to pray that it does Mega, because if it doesn't, it's just Clear Body and this Fake Tears is going to do nothing. Good news if they do Mega, because it means they haven't brought Staraptor, which I'm just perpetually terrified of. Alright, yeah, that's respectable. Okay. So they are going to Mega, which means we are going to get at least... We're going to get the -2 from the Fake Tears. I don't think Whimsicott is not long for this world. I think Metagross is going to target it, and I've just clicked Discharge because I'm a greedy bastard. Oh, I should have known that would switch. I should have gone for a Thunderbolt. I think Thunderbolt was just so much better here. But if they stayed in, like, Discharge was the better option. I don't know. Greed is good, just not in this instance. Please pick up the knockout. Nope. Oh, not even close. Oh, that's bad. That's very bad. If I brought the Teacup, I'd be able to set Trick Room. Unfortunately, I'm not thinking today, so... Wait! I got the boost off my own Whimsicott. That's great. Alright, we're still in this. Never mind. Don't worry about it. I think they're targeting here. They're probably concerned about the eel. And then they probably go for a... I'm just gonna send a Disquake. I think they're gonna have to pick their target. Alright, that's fine. I'm just gonna do Tailwind. Oh yeah, this doesn't knock out. Not unless a Fairy Feather. Yeah, we're fine. I think Discharge with +1 and Earthquake probably picks up Whims here. Yes, Eelevate. I think I've mentioned yet how much I love the name of that ability. Nice, nice. Alright. Well, we're picking up the Eelevate boosts, which is good. We're not going to win games, but we've got content. So
Delicious.
That's the main thing. That's all we care about here. So there's no Tailwind on either side. That's probably Scarf Basque. Metagross is faster. So if they double the Calyrex... Call it the Calyrex because of the nickname I've given it. If they double the eel... I'm in trouble if I leave it exposed. I'm also in trouble if they don't. But I'm going to send it anyway. I think they have to double it here. Like... Yeah, okay, good. That's a bit annoying, because if I click, I don't think Wave Crash picks up there, so if I clicked Discharge, I just basically won the game, I'm pretty sure. Now the question is, do we think that a Aqua Jet picks up a 20% Metagross? Surely, I reckon. I guess we'll find out. It's +2. I think I'm going to go for a Giga Drain here to try to regain whatever I lose to... Wait, hang on. They don't have Tailwind. I don't need to go for a... Don't need to go for an Aqua Jet. Okay. Please be something weak to grass.
Nope.
That's not weak to grass. If I did go for Thunderbolt there, I think I would have picked up at +2. Yeah, looking at the damage I would have done. No. No, I don't think I would have. But this will pick up. I think we're right here. I think if I can take out the Incin, then Basque takes out these other two. Definitely a good thing I didn't go for that Aqua Jet. Everyone say goodbye to the kitty. Eelevate, let's go. Is that +3? We're gonna see a forfeit. Yes, yes, let's go. Big fan of the eel. Alright, new strategy. Kill all of my own Pokemon. And then get the boost that way.
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
I wonder if I can ever set up a game where I can get Eelektross to plus... What would that be? +6? Just by taking out both the opponent's Pokemon and my own Pokemon? It'd be tricky, but I reckon it's possible. Maybe next season when it resets and I'm in Pokeball tier, I might try to give it a crack. Another Staraptor, okay. They're probably not bringing it though, I imagine they go for T-Tar Drill. Which means... What do I want? I definitely want the Tailwind. This is where I'd love a fighting type. Whimsbask. I think I want Garchomp for that T-Tar drill lead. And I've got 2 ground types. Tyranitar probably doesn't care that much about the eel, nor does Sylveon. I kinda want to bring it, but I really don't think I can justify it. I think this is a Frost Ice game. Frost Ice is also good because it answers Staraptor as well, which I think, like I said before, every team is going to need a Staraptor answer because it's just gonna, like, if you can't take it out, it's going to snowball. It's going to get +2 defenses very quickly with close combats. It's going to be paired with something like a Tickle Whimsicott or a Parting Shot Grimmsnarl or something like that, and it is just going to absolutely run away with the game, so you're going to need to have something for it in this meta. I'm just going for a Tailwind into a... I think I actually just want Moonblast. I go for a Flip Turn here. I don't know if Moonblast Flip Turn picks it up, but we're doing science. Alright, I think Moonblast Flip Turn more likely to pick it up now. I don't know if I want to hard switch in the Frostlass here, but I'm gonna. Please pick it up. Please pick it up. What? Oh, it's unfortunate. I mean, it's gone now. Everyone say goodbye to the birdie. Okay. I think we're pretty happy with that turn, honestly. I'm glad that Shadow Ball didn't pick it up. Yeah, for the Fake Tears, or do I anticipate a T-Tar switch in? I gotta go for the Tailwind. Oops. Go for a Blizzard. I consider the Aurora Veil. But I think I just want to get the damage off, especially because that's likely Focus Sash on the Excadrill. Pop that so that Garchomp can come in later and start doing big damage with Earthquakes. Could have maybe gone for the Fake Tears on the Sylveon. Oh, that picks up! That's so rough. Oh. Good, I'm glad. I'm so glad that Rock Slide missed. Fuck you. Okie dokie. What do I do here? Quick Attack did so much, considering that it was in snow. Fake Tears is useless here. I'm not doing any... I think I just gotta sack my own, sack my own whims, although I think I'm cooked. shouldn't have sacked my whims. I don't think Earthquake is going to pick this up. And then they're probably going to pick me up with a Hyper Voice, and then I'm in a dreadful spot. Gosh, imagine if I had Helping Hand on the Whimsicott instead of Fake Tears. Alternatively, imagine if that crit was on the Sylveon. Or imagine if I was a good player. You know, there are many possibilities in which this game could have gone differently. Alright, we'll play one more. We've already seen the Eel do its thing, so that's great. Froslass clearly washed, losing to that Sylveon, which was very unfortunate. I wasn't expecting the Shadow Ball. I don't know if that's something they commonly run. I'll have to check that. I'm sure everyone in the comments will be like, they all run Shadow Ball, you idiot. And you'd be justified, so feel free to leave that in the comments if you think I'm a bit of a moron. Another rain team, but this one doesn't... Sorry, my cat is rubbing against my mic and he keeps turning it off. It's another rain team. They don't have Swampert, which is excellent. They have Dragonite, which is weak to Froslass, which is good. Not that I'm sure I want to bring Froslass here. I think I want the Eel. I think I'm just going for another Eel Cauliflower lead. Bring that, because I don't have Swampert. I think I want Garchomp rather than Sinistcha. It's a very clean 1, 2, 3, 4 there. Alright, let's see if we can get another big Eel game. I think Eelektross has potential, genuinely. I think it's one of those Pokemon where it's not going to be a mainstay by any means, but I think it just needs that one player to find that one team that it works on, and I reckon that team it'll win a regionals, and then everyone will be running it for a bit, and then the meta will adjust, and then it won't be good again. But that's my prediction for Eelektross. There's something there, is what I reckon. Did I bring Garchomp? I think I did. They probably just go for a fake out into Whims, into trying to knock it out with Dragonite. If they don't and they set their own Tailwind, that's psychopath behavior, which is exactly what that person did. Game 1. So let's see it happen again. Oh, okay. Sure. What? Oh no! That's not good. Yeah, I mean, I can't say I was expecting the blizzard. That's really unfortunate. Oh no. Okay, and based on that damage, I don't think I'm taking a second one. I know I did take a lot from that fake out. I'm gonna hit it with an Encore, and I'm gonna hope that Blizzard misses. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, that's frustrating. Alright, still alive, still alive. That is not enough damage. Also, can they miss a Blizzard, please? I know they're not Wide Lens, it's a Mega Pokemon. They always switch the Sneasel here. Oh, what are these psychopaths? Do they not understand how Whimsicott works? Turns out 70% accuracy is just a silly myth. Also, interesting to note, Sneasler is slower than Dragonite. What is brother cooking? So we know another T-Volt is not going to pick up the Dragonite. Do we think it ever picks up the Sneasler? I think it does. Please don't have extreme speed. I will cry if you have extreme speed. That's pretty okay, assuming Last Respects picks up the Dragonite here. Good. I'm glad. Stupid Blizzard, never missing ass bastard dragon. That's right, we can bring this back. We've got Tailwind Prio. We've got a big Baskia Legion. They have that stupid dragon that doesn't die to anything. Also, if everyone wasn't aware, my internet connection is unstable, so that's fun. Maybe if I double this. Okay, here's the win con. Last Respects does almost enough to pick up the Archelidon. They switch in Pelipper, they haven't switched in Pelipper, so clearly not the win con. Thunderbolt picks it up, I get a boost. They are unable to pick up a knockout with the Sneasler. Target the Baskia Legion. Target the Baskia Legion. Target the Baskia Legion. That's not targeting the Baskia Legion. Not White Herb. Not White Herb one time. It's always White Herb. Of course, it's always White Herb. Alright. If they don't have Sash on the Pelipper, which they almost definitely do, I might be okay. Or do I take out the... Yeah, I think I just gotta do this. Sneasler can't really touch the fish. I'm concerned about Hurricane. Yeah, there's a Sash. That's unfortunate. No status. Huge. Yeah, that's game. It's very unfortunate. Frustrating. Ugh. I might fasten the Sneasler based on what I saw from it being slower than the Dragonite. No, never mind. Oh, that was a rough game. Just one missed Blizzard and I was fine there, I think. But... oh well. So, make it Eelektross. I think it's very fun. I'd highly recommend trying it. As always, the paste will be in the description if you want to try this team for yourself. Otherwise, I recommend go and try cooking it yourself. You can probably come up with something much better than I can. Otherwise, have fun in MB. Like I said, I'm going to try to make a lot of videos where I try to use all the different new megas. Might try to put a creative twist on a couple of them. But if you're excited about literally any of that, subscribe to see some more. Like this video if you liked it. If you didn't like it anyway, do me a favor, why not? And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.